What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning the body snatcher, the whistleblower, Dillian Whyte. And Dillian Whyte has done some more whistleblowing. He's done some more blasting, criticizing his promoter, Eddie Hearn, along with Anthony Joshua. He had a lot that he had to say. He said the offers they made were fake offers, because they were just using me as a negotiating tool to keep Miller's price down. Okay, that's what White told Talk Sports. Okay, they were never really serious about making the fight. We heard in last September he was fighting Miller in this year. They came to me 12 weeks notice to make a fight and gave Miller 19 weeks notice. Okay. It's a joke. You know, he also stated that Eddie Hearn needs to make him and needs to deliver him Dominic Breazeale. So that's something that Dillian Whyte wants to demand of Eddie. And this is all because of the official announcement, because of Miller and Joshua, or Joshua and Miller. And I know Dillian Whyte's pissed off about that, because he figured that they were going to pick him. But since they didn't pick him, he figured, oh, well, they weren't serious about fighting me, you know. And I think he underestimated his value to them, you know what I mean? Not his own self-value. I think how he interpreted them respecting his value, you know. But I feel that listening to Dillian Whyte, because he's talking a lot, he's given Eddie Hearn an ultimatum. His ultimatum is, hey, you get me the Dominic Breazeale fight or I walk. You know, it's been rumors that he came over here and talked to Al Heyman. He denies it, but we don't know that really. You know, he said, I was just weighing my options, but I'm not going anywhere. That makes no sense. You know what I mean? He was weighing his options. You're always weighing your options. It's a business at the end of the day, you know? Now, Hearn reminded him of the pay-per-view that he makes, and he makes a lot. And Whyte admits that Eddie makes him money, you know? But I think Whyte's frustrated because he thought that he would get the Joshua fight and things would go the way that he expected them to go. But, you know, remember, he is the current WBC #1 silver interim champion, okay? He's ranked #1 by the WBC, but he's not the mandatory, which is retarded by itself. Keep that in mind. Also, you know, he turned down mandatory eliminators with Luis Ortiz, WBC, and Kubrat Pulev, IBF. And, you know, he had been hoping a rematch with Anthony Joshua. Now, I can understand that for a brief moment why he did that, because he wanted to fight with Anthony Joshua. You know, sometimes, though, me counterpunching it, sometimes karma bites you in the ass. I think this is another thing of karma and bad business decisions. You know, it's another example of that, because you turn down fights. Dillian Whyte should have fought Luis Ortiz, not Derek Chisora. And he thought by fighting Chisora didn't gain him anything. If you think about it, his best win thus far has not been Chisora 2, it's been Parker. Okay? Parker holds even though he's high on the list in the top 10, he still holds no belt. So he just fought Parker to keep busy. You know, and then Chisora was actually a downgrade from Parker. You know, unless Chisora beats Parker, then we'll know who was better in that between those two fighters. But where it stands now, Parker is better than Chisora. So the last best fighter, top fighter he's fought was Joseph Parker, because Joseph Parker was the former WBO heavyweight holder. Okay. So he fought this guy listening to Eddie because he wanted to make money. He made the money, okay? The money was there. Eddie wasn't lying about it. He made the money. But it got him nowhere. And see, what he doesn't understand is If someone says, like Deontay Wilder, I'm going to freeze you out for 2 years because I don't have to fight you. Now, let's just put that in perspective. That's what Deontay Wilder told Dillian Whyte. We know this. But he also said, if you beat the top guy, the avoided guy in the division, like Luis Ortiz, I will give you an opportunity. So what do you think that means? And the problem is, it's like this. Why would Dillian Whyte not fight Luis Ortiz if Deontay Wilder gave him that option to fight Luis Ortiz? But get this. Whyte said that if he would get a guaranteed fight with Deontay Wilder, he would join the PBC to do that. But I'm like, well, why would you need to do that when Deontay Wilder's already told you that if you fight Luis King Kong Ortiz and beat him, I will grant you a fight. You know, that's what I don't get with Dillian Whyte. Then he can say, oh, he's old. Well, if he's old, why don't you beat him? Then that puts you in position to become, forget Dominic Breazeale. He's been waiting 15 months to fight Deontay Wilder. So that tells you, even if you fought Dominic Breazeale, it don't matter. I did a video about that already. So we know that. So why isn't he taking the opportunity to go down the path that someone gave him to choose this option? He's worried about, give me Dominic Breazeale, give me Breazeale. But at the end of the day, Breazeale ain't even fighting Deontay Wilder no faster than he is. He just knows he's frozen out, but he has an alternative. He has another option. The other option is fight Ortiz, like Deontay Wilder said, because that's Deontay Wilder's best win ever. You see what I'm saying, guys? So everyone's saying, oh, Ortiz, you talk about Ortiz. But guess what? At the end of the day, it fits. Because if he fights and beats Ortiz, Deontay Wilder has no room to stand on. And you know how the fight game goes. If you beat a fighter and then that fighter goes on to lose to another fighter, that makes your win not as credible. You see what I'm saying? Versus if you are the only one that beat that guy, but that guy keeps beating other people and hasn't lost since then, that makes you just as good because you were the only guy to beat that guy. You see what I'm saying? That's why Dillian Whyte is where he's at today. Because Dillian Whyte lost to Anthony Joshua, but that's the only person he's lost to. If that makes sense to you guys. So if we put this all together and Deontay Wilder, because the whole thing is he wants Deontay Wilder if he can't get Anthony Joshua. He's wanted Deontay. He's been chasing Deontay. He said, I'll chase you to the end of the earth. Don't chase him to the ends of the earth. Just beat the dude that he beat. You don't have to do that. Then he'll come to you. Then you say, guess what? I beat Luis King Kong Ortiz, like you said. Now, henny up. Give me my opportunity. You know what I mean? So that's that in a nutshell. So he's forcing Eddie Hearn, like, hey, I want the Breazeale fight. But he's avoiding the option that he could take, which that's what put him in this position in the first place. See this vicious circle? See, he should have took matters into his own hands by demanding a fight with Ortiz because he knew he has an option to fight Ortiz now, if you guys think about it. But he's not doing that. So really, we can argue that, well, damn, do you really want to fight Deontay Wilder? Because Deontay Wilder has no reason to fight you. He could fight Anthony Joshua, which I've highly doubted. He can fight Tyson Fury 2 more times. He doesn't have to give you any kind of chance and opportunity. It's sad to say, it sucks, but it's true. And he's told him that. It's not like he hasn't told him that. He's DM'd him, and the whistleblower, Dillian Whyte, has came out and showed everyone what Deontay wrote to him. So we know what's up. We know that Dillian Whyte can do something by taking charge of his career. So if he's going to leave Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn won't deliver him Breazeale, okay. He can come over here and fight Ortiz anyway. You know what I'm saying? fight Ortiz or stay over there and fight Povetkin, you know, and, you know, see what he goes from there. But that, even fighting Povetkin really does not give him any type of chance to be anywhere. You know what I mean? What chance is that, you know, Povetkin is like one of those guys. He's a tough guy, you know, and he's lost twice. You know, that would be a good fight. Don't get me wrong. But fighting him gains him nothing. You know what I mean? Just like fighting him is just like fighting Joseph Parker. You know, it looks good on your resume. That's great. You're building your resume. You know, you're the guy. You're the king of the hill. You're that Billy Badass. You want to fight everyone. But do you really? So my counterpunch on this is stop complaining about the fighters. Stop complaining about their disabilities and blowing them down when you could just fight them. You know, stop calling Ortiz old. Get in the ring with him. Snatch the legs out from under Deontay Wilder. That's how you do that. You beat that guy more convincingly than the champion did or the other guy did. Okay? Why do you think Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight? Why do you think the anticipation got so good or so big? It grew because Manny was beating the guys better than Floyd was. So the only logical thing to do is match them up. That's what Dillian Whyte needs to do. His road is hard anyway, so he needs to do it smarter, not harder. But anyway, that's my take on it. You guys tell me what you think about Dillian Whyte's comments about Eddie Hearn. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.